The views and opinions expressed on the Xtra Pod do not reflect those of the UP Industrial Engineering Club, its leadership, nor its members. What's up, clubbers? Welcome to the Xtra Pod, your source for stories from the passionate, magnanimous, and victorious clubbers. I'm Troy, your host. So, we as clubbers, we love to bond, and being part of that is enjoying moments outside of the classroom, whether it be a good night out for drinks, going to parties, screaming at the top of our lungs, or even enjoying KTV. So, with all of these bonding initiatives, I'd like to think that a common denominator amongst all of them is our love for good music. And today's episode is going to be centered around our love and sometimes even our passion for good music, because music just sets the mood. It sets our groove and boosts pure and genuine love and fun, not only within the clubber community, but also in our everyday lives. So, today to discuss our love for good music, we have three very special guests and very timely special guests as well. So, I'll introduce them one by one. So, first, from the 20s and up batch, we have one of our project managers for Rock in Focus. We have Medwin Devilleres. Welcome, Medwin. How are you doing?
I'm good. Thanks,
All right. Excited to have you here. And joining Medwin is his fellow project manager for Rock and Focus from the batch 21s. We have Hans Isip. Welcome, Hans.
Hello.
Hans, how are you doing today? Kamusta?
No sleep, but I'm glad to be here.
Wow. Well, I'm happy that you're glad to be here kahit wala kang tulog. Hope everything is going well with you. And joining Hans and Medwin, we have from the batch 21s as well, we have our direct for Entrepreneurial Events. We have Patxi Tiu. Welcome, Patxi. How are you?
I'm good. A little nervous, but that's okay.
No worries, no pressure. This is just chill, very chill conversation. But right off the bat, we're gonna be starting off with a pasabog na icebreaker. So, are you guys familiar with Song Association by any chance?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, that's good. That's good to hear. Kasi that's what we're gonna do.
No,
So
but
we-
I'm not.
But so yeah, before we do start, let's have that as our quick icebreaker. And I know we all love karaoke. It's part of our culture as Filipinos. And I'd like to think very musically inclined kayo, right? Right?
No.
So we're gonna start with Song Association. So how it works is I'm gonna give 3 words and I'll assign each one of them to one of you guys. And you'll have to sing, sing. Hindi pa recite lang ha. You'll have to sing a line or two from a song that contains that word. Kayo lang. Wala ako. Taga-host lang ako here. So, guys, are you ready for this?
No.
Well, wala ka ng choice, nandito ka na.
Okay, sige. Go.
All right. So, I guess let's start with you.
Oh my God. Okay, game.
So, your word is rock.
Do we have like timer for this? No one.
No.
Rock.
I don't think so.
Rock.
Pero kaya mo yan.
Oh. I wanna rock with you all night.
Palakpakan naman dyan sa audience. Thank you, Hans. Galing.
Thank you.
Right off the bat. Alright, so I say isunod na natin si Medwin. Medwin, your word is in.
Ooh.
I knew it. I guess this one.
Good guess.
I forgot the name of the song, but in my head, I see you all over me. In my head, you. Yeah, that's it. That's all I'm giving.
Wow, okay.
Not too
Nice. All right. Good job, guys. So, last na natin si Patxi. So, you probably would have guessed it. The word is focus.
Okay. Ariana Grande.
Yeah.
Focus on me. Focus on me. That's all.
Ayun na! Sige, palakpakan naman yan. Sana nagising man kayo, guys.
Okay.
Sabi mo na inaantok ka kanina, di ba? Gusto mo isa pa?
I'm alive.
Alright, good to hear everyone. So now that we've had a little bit of our fun, we know that IA Club holds different initiatives and activities to boost pure and genuine excitement within our clubber community. And there have been several events that we've had throughout this semester, from different parties, bondings, and other events. And we clubbers, we love having fun. And music plays a big role when grooving with the beats and hyping up the excitement of all of the clubbers all together. So let's start. Since we're all talking about music, kahit short answers lang, I want to know, what are some of your favorite songs at the moment, your favorite artists, your music genre preferences, or just generally, how would you describe your music taste?
It's all over the place, honestly. I change music taste every month. Last month I was like listening to Pobla type music or like house music, EDM. And then now I'm more into R&B, and we're figuring out band songs to play for riff now.
Right.
So I'm listening to a lot of rock songs and things that align with that. So yeah,
Alright.
that's me. You go, Hans.
Pretty much the same with Med. I don't have favorites. I play music according to my mood, which changes very, very, very often. So I create a lot of playlists for different kinds of mood, linked in my bio.
Narinig niya yun sa bio daw ng extra pod yung ano niya.
Like in the Xtra pod bio.
So yeah, it's like that.
I see. What about you, Pat?
Well, for me, I think recently I've really been into K-pop. It's an obsession, really. Yeah, so K-pop, and I also like very throwback songs, like 2010s songs, because that's the songs that I know like the words to, so I can like vibe. Yeah.
Alright. Very diverse pala music taste ninyo here. Love it. So with that, what would you say is like your go-to karaoke song? Like if we had a karaoke machine here and I give you guys the booklet ng songs, like what would you play immediately? Like non-negotiable.
Mine is You Belong With Me.
Oh, classic.
That one will get everybody singing. That way it's not just me singing it.
Right.
I like playing it.
Right.
So yeah, that's me. You.
I think this one is for the boys with the boom.
Boom, sister,
Okay.
Okay, ready pa siya mag-song as well.
Yeah, so super bass, I think.
Right. Kasi pang hype.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, I'm gonna change the vibe. I was thinking like someone like you, Adele.
Oh, yeah.
Those are for the drunk.
Ang lakas pala ng vocal range ni Patxi. Abot niyo.
I try.
Alright. Well, I'd love to hear you try very soon. Kung kailan man yun. But yeah, with that, besides your preference in music, do you guys have other experiences in music, whether it be as a performer or as a producer? Medwin, I know you have experience with music. You know, I think you've been a part of jamming, and now you're about to perform in Rock and Focus.
Yeah.
So, what's that experience like, being involved with music?
So I've been in a band ever since grade 10. And I've played in Battle of the Bands every year since then, except for the pandemic.
Right.
I haven't lost any Battle of the Bands
Wow.
yet.
Narinig niyo yun?
So,
Okay.
music really was a big part of my life, like a huge chunk of it.
Right.
And means a lot to me. That's why I was so excited to take up this role. And I don't know, Rock and Focus is just very, very much aligned to it. Music's so fun. Performing's another level. For me, the only hassle thing talaga is practicing. Practicing's the one thing that like you have to book a studio, a recording studio, and then you have to get everybody to go. It's like a meeting, but then you have to do it like 3 times a week.
Yeah.
If you really want to win. So yeah, that's hassle. But I love performing so much. So
I see.
that's it.
Alright. What about you, Hans? Do you have experience with music, performing, producing?
Yeah, so I play the drums. So I've also had experience with Battle of the Bands in senior high school, but that was just a phase. We didn't really
Face lang.
Yeah, face lang yun. So, ayan, pretty much that's it na that's my most involvement with music. I play the drums. Usually monthly or bi-monthly in church.
I see. How did you start like learning to play the drum?
I trained in church, so I learned in church and I play in church.
I see. Interesting. May drums pala sa church? Parang...
Christian. Like not Catholic.
Okay. I see. Interesting. What about you, Patxi? Any experience with music?
I feel like I'm so different from you guys. I really don't have experience with music. Like I'm not musically inclined. I don't like play any instruments. But I tried when I was like 3 maybe to learn the like piano, but then that went nowhere.
Wait, 3
That's
years
so
old?
young.
Yeah, like really young.
That's actually the proper time to
Really?
Oh, really?
train. Yeah, to train music instruments.
Yeah, so you get like really
Really
used
good.
to it.
That's
Yeah.
But
I can see it, but that's so hard.
Yeah.
I can't imagine myself at 3 doing anything.
Yeah.
See, that's why me at 3 was like,
Stop na.
Pero crazy, interesting. Kasi parang ako, alala ko parang nung 3 years old ako, parang swimming pa lang.
Wow.
Ang pinasabak sa akin ng parents ko.
I had
like-
no
like-
experience when I was
Yeah, me
years
also, I
old.
don't remember anything from when
All
I
I
was
did was
3.
play.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I guess we'll find out sooner or later. Like, it's helped us grow into what we are today. But so yeah, we all know that music heals different parts of ourselves. May it be for a way for us to fight burnout. Plugging our previous episode, check it out if you haven't. As we've talked, or even as a coping mechanism. So I want to know, like, with everyone's love for music, whether it be as a passion or just as a casual listener, how would you say music helps ease your stress in ACADS?
Ako, for me, definitely, yeah. I have also a playlist for that. When I study, I always listen to music. It just helps me to focus more. I don't know, others find it distracting, but for me, I find it more helpful. So definitely it helps me in more ways than one that I can think of. Especially when I'm stressed. I also use music to distress. Yeah, so anytime.
Yeah, like what kind of music do you listen to while studying? Like, is it your usual pop music or like
Oh
yung mga
no,
classical
the
na?
more chill ones.
Okay.
Usually jazz.
Ooh, jazz.
Right, class.
Jazz.
I don't know. For me, when I study, it really depends. Because when I'm reading, I can't listen to anything. I just like start following the beat, and I lose track of what I'm reading. But if it's math, I always listen to music. If there's anything like I remember this one exam over the pandemic. We were allowed to listen to music while, but we like since we weren't allowed to cheat, we had to stream our screens. And then for half of the exam, apparently I was streaming my Spotify. But thankfully my prof was so nice. He was just like, Devilleres, please start streaming the exam. You're streaming your Spotify. Then I was like, oh my god, I was so ashamed. But I was like,
No, that's just, Prof, this is my song rack for you.
yeah, that's why like my whole playlist was there. You know how in Spotify on the right side it tells you like what your friends are listening to. So apparently that was Kita the whole time. So, but yeah, I mean even during exams like I would no pandemic, especially if they were math. Yeah.
I think for me, thinking about it, if I ever listen to music when I'm studying or like doing schoolwork, I would say more like chill music with not like super hype music, because if it's super hype music I can't focus.
Yeah.
But usually like lo-fi or like songs na very like calming vocals. So yeah. But then sometimes I just like to like when I'm super stressed with ACADS, I just like lie down, turn off the lights in my room and like turn on like I have like this moon lamp.
Wow.
So I turn it on and then I just like lie in bed.
It's like you're in a spa.
Yeah, play like Olivia Rodrigo or something, like whatever. Yeah. So
Yes.
that's my coping mechanism.
I like that vibe. So yeah, since we all have that like way to cope with like stresses in life, we have music for that. I want to know like outside of school, like outside of org work, like just with personal life or maybe even like with your other hobbies or other duties, like do you participate in other activities that involve music, and does it help strengthen your emotional or spiritual well-being? Like I know Hans, you mentioned you do music for your church, so like what's that like?
So I play music in church, and that's like my way of worship for God. So whenever I play the music, that's when I feel His presence more, and that's my way of serving Him. So it's really very good for my spiritual well-being because I get to express my worship in terms of playing.
Right. So how often do you play? Every week?
Whenever I'm assigned. So
Oh,
usually the church asks for our availability. And then when I have exams, of course, I don't go. So they just, assign us.
Yes naman. We have to balance our actions as well. Kasi
Yeah.
medyo mahirap, guys. Medyo lang naman.
Priorities.
Priorities. What about you guys?
I also used to play in church actually, in YFC, and that's where I learned a lot because I feel like people who play in church, they're so good. Like I really feel like if you play in church, it's a blessing from God. Like you get better a lot faster. Like I see the people who I've played with before, they're so good now, but when they started out playing, they weren't that good. For me, music is really my escape. I am trying to get into DJing now, but dude, the DJ gear, oh my god, it's so expensive.
Yeah.
It's so
Right.
expensive, but I'm trying to find a way to get my hands on some gear. And I like every week I really look. Okay, like for me, I always go out either to Pobla or the BGC. But it's not because like I love partying. It's really for the music. Like what I look for, I follow DJs, the Filipino DJs, because I don't know. For me, I see night outs like that as parang. It's not even just an escape. It's just like to dance and to just vibe. You know, like for me, that's what I really look for, and I try and get out there as much as I can, and yeah, it helps me enjoy.
You get to
dance
learn
for
as
fun.
well.
Yeah, you do,
Right.
you do.
Yeah.
Because all DJs, they really have their own style. Like the
Yeah.
DJs in the Philippines, I'm not gonna lie, they're really, really, really good.
Right.
And yeah, so I like exposing myself to that as as a big part of my life.
Yeah. DJing seems hard. Like
It is,
Like
it
I
is.
see like the setup.
It's
yeah,
very
like, how all of these
complicated.
Yeah, and then
turntables.
there's
It is.
buttons, and
It
then
is,
like,
it
oh
is,
my
it
god.
is.
This.
You have to time.
Yeah, you have to time like the transitions and everything.
Exactly. And you know, because my friend taught me how to DJ, and it's kind of annoying because I like you have to imagine when you're practicing, you only have one shot at the transition.
Yes.
Right.
Like
That's
transitioning
true.
out of the song, you only have one time to like mix it really well.
Yeah.
So if you miss that, it's so bad. Like while you're practicing, you're gonna have to go back. You're gonna time it all over again. It's like 30 seconds of your life just like
Yeah.
every time
Right.
you fail.
I'm stressed
so-
just thinking about it.
Yeah,
Same.
yeah, yeah,
And if you
but-
don't get it right, you just go
Exactly.
all
Uh-uh.
But that's why so many people also quit DJing actually. Like a lot of people give up on it because they think it's fun, like going out to parties playing
Yeah,
music, but then the grind is really harder than what people think. So
I
yeah.
see. Well, good luck sa DJ career.
Thank you, thank you.
Look forward to
DJ
seeing you
Medwin.
place.
yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Hopefully,
DJ
hopefully next
Med.
year.
Is that gonna be your name, DJ Medwin? Or
Nah,
DJ?
nah. I don't know yet.
No.
Stay tuned, everyone. All right.
When he has a DJ name, he'll come back.
Yeah,
He'll come,
yeah.
he'll come.
Well, I'm here for one more year, so you know, if Xtra needs any DJ,
Let's
Ooh, you guys heard that. You guys heard that here first. All right. All right.
yeah, you, Patsy.
For me, I told you guys, I don't have music experience, but I did also tell you that I have a K-pop obsession.
Oh yes, you did.
So when I'm not doing like school stuff or work, and I just wanna relax, I listen to a lot of music or like watch content. Because if you notice, there's a lot of K-pop groups that have like they make also like variety show content, which is so fun
Right.
for me. And then they like perform there as well. So that's what I do. It's
I
really
see.
an obsession, I'm telling you.
So like, what K-pop groups or like artists are you obsessing over?
Currently, like my old group is Enhypen. Because they're the like first group that got me into K-pop. But I also like Stray Kids, and I've recently been getting into 17. So if you notice, it's boy groups. But I also do
Right.
like I also do like girl groups. Like I like Le Seraphim and New Jeans also. But I think that's a little basic. But I accept it.
Gets naman. Aren't some of them like performing here sa Philippines like
Yeah, in December there's like this like award show, and then like a lot of artists are coming, but the tickets are expensive.
soon? I get it.
Like the cheapest is like 3K, I think, and then the most expensive goes to like 25K. So it's like
Oh, Lord.
Is that like in MOA Arena?
it's in Bulacan.
Is that the Philippine
Arena?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Gets.
Big.
So it's
Yeah,
big,
makes-
and there's a lot of artists, but I don't got 25K. Stuff like that.
Right. So if anyone has 25K, let us know.
My Gcash is open.
But yeah, really interesting to hear. Now you guys have other activities outside of school that relates to music as well. So as you guys have shared, music really has the power to heal our souls or like some of our problems in life. And not only does it have the power to impact our personal lives, but also those of others. So one great example of this is IE Club's very own Rock in Focus. Wow, which is very timely that we have our PMs for Rock in Focus here today. So for those who may not be familiar, Rock in Focus is an annual benefit concert held by the UP Industrial Engineering Club. And it's amazing because the event aims to support IE Club's School Development Fund, Tulong Eskwela. So speaking of Rock in Focus, can you guys give us a bit of an overview of what exactly Rock in Focus is and what can we expect from it?
Well, historically, it started in year 2008. So I think it's been going on 15 years already. And then when it turned to pandemic, it went online 2020. 2021 Rock in Focus was canceled. And
Right.
so was 2022. So right now, we're just going back pa lang. So we're like after the pandemic, we're the first Rock and Focus team again. So, yeah.
Yeah, and also it's a full benefit concert. So
Right.
you know, all of the money that we earn goes straight to Tulong Eskwela, which means like that's why I'm very passionate about the project also, because everything that all the work that I put, I know it's going into a bigger cause.
Right.
So yeah, I hope that everybody also understands that, because actually it was this year lang, if I'm not mistaken,
Yeah,
that
this
made
year.
it a full benefit concert where all of our
Oh, I
proceeds
see.
really go to our to go to Tulong Eskwela. So yeah. There's a lot of OPM artists, up and coming bands, because honestly, the scope of Rift really isn't the biggest. We're not like school fairs where they spend like, let's say 200, 500K on performers. Like we have a smaller budget than that, but we try and give an experience for everyone, you know. We give opportunities to the bands. We allow people to go. The tickets aren't that expensive. They're 350. So whoever's watching, 350.
Right.
Buy tickets
With
now.
Barkada bundles.
Yeah, bro, yeah,
With Barkada bundles.
buy Barkada bundles.
9 artists for 350, guys.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah,
So-
so it's honestly like exciting that we get to work with like these like smaller, not as big, not as well established bands.
Right.
Because like if you think about it, the past Rock and Focus iterations, they had like Lola Moore, and they're so big
Right.
now. They had O Flamingo. So like it's exciting to see or like to experience that we get to be part of like the start of a lot
Right.
of bands'
Yeah.
careers.
Yeah.
And also, like, ever since high school, I used to follow two bands that, like, now we got in Rock and Focus. Lucy D and Lagoon. Like, I used to watch them gig, and they were so good, but I was wondering, like, why didn't they ever branch out to, like, bigger, well, Lucy, from what I know, I think both of them have a record label now. But then I'm happy that, now they're getting the exposure, because they don't really gig in, like, the big ones.
Yeah.
So like there's a very small market. That's what I'm trying to say. Like there's a very small market for those people who are trying to make it to the next level. And Rock and Focus is one of the concerts that allow them to do that. And there aren't a lot of that. So
Right. So yeah, I look forward to whatever Rock and Focus has in store. And yeah, once again, it's a full-on benefit charity concert. So it's all for a good cause. So yeah, speaking of Rock and Focus, let's talk about the lineup really quickly. Like I've heard that this year's RIF is filled with an interesting and vibrant lineup of indie artists and bands. So I'm excited, and it's exciting because it's immersed with different musical genres. And it's an opportunity for us to connect and discover rising artists. Like as you guys said, like this is just the start of these bands. Like who knows where these artists could be in say 3 or 5 years. So can you guys give us and our listeners an idea of things to expect for this year's Rock and Focus lineup?
well, the lineup was released. So we can honestly we can go start from the headliner. So we got Paula Sandejas. We actually asked around what people would want. Like we had a few other options, but Paula Sandejas, knowing that he's in Wonderland now, is a huge thing, because Wonderland is like, if you perform there and you're a Filipino artist, that means you made it pretty much. And he came from the same high school as me, Southridge, shout out. So
Wow.
I used to see him around in high school, and yeah, his music is really good now, and he's our headliner. And honestly, he's a lot more expensive than we got him for. So shout out to him, because he's really nice enough to help us out, help them.
For Tulang Eskwela.
That's good.
Yeah, for the
Right.
yeah. So next is Mihon.
Yes.
So that is a clubbers band.
Yes.
So we're supporting Luisa, we're supporting her whole band, giving them the opportunity. They've been grinding. I see them post a lot on Facebook, Instagram. They have songs out on Spotify also. And after that, Joshua Kim Music is the next one. From what I know, I think he performed in one of the previous riffs. Or like he's friends, I think, with the alums or something like that. Because I was
See.
scrolling through the
Yes,
riff
yeah,
page.
yeah.
And I would see his like, I think, because Riff had a, Battle of the Bands before. And I think he was part of that. And so we
Did
got
he
him
win?
back now, and he's big. I'm not sure if he won. That was a long time ago, but we got him now, and he's pretty big now. And then after that, we got Lucy D and Lagoon. If I'm not mistaken, they're at the Neon. I know Lucy D is.
Yeah.
So-
I actually used to be classmates with.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
You know
Shout
her.
out
Is
to
she
them.
good?
Huh?
Good, do you know?
Of course, of course.
Yeah, so Lucy D and Lagoon. Both of them ba? Are they both at
I
the
think,
video?
I think so. Yeah, both of them are.
Yeah. So Lucy D's. Honestly, it's funny because Lucy D's lead singer is the twins' niece. Not niece, nephew. Nephew daw.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, the twins meaning Marco and Robbie. So Marco and Robbie are actually related to Lucy D's lead singer.
okay.
Yeah. So I guess
Something
music
unique.
is in the genes there.
Right.
Oh, yeah. So there's that.
We have Elkan also.
Elkan also. It's funny, because from what I know, well, we used to be part of I used to manage the COD mobile team of UP before, and he was one of the players. Yeah, it's funny, he's one of the
Mobile.
players. And he's, from what I know, he's like major in guitar. Apparently, it's like that if you're music school
Yeah.
in UP, like you major in a certain instrument.
Really?
So yeah, and then when I saw his picture, when we got him for riff, I didn't even know that was him. So I was like, oh wow, is this guy? I remember this guy. So,
It's my COD player.
yeah, exactly. Okay. So yeah, we got them through Music Circle.
And lastly, we have OK Karma.
Yeah.
Oh, Card? Friend? Yeah.
Favorite. Those are clubbers.
Yes.
That's part of
Medwin?
it, but he's not playing because
I am.
you're not playing.
We have the whole band playing.
Do you want to see Medwin perform?
Yep.
You wanna see
yep.
that?
He's like a camera.
Yeah, OK Karma, you guys.
Yeah. So that's our jamming band. We had to rebrand because Boxers No Brief sounded too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. Like realistically, we weren't making it out with that name, so we had to change it.
Malay mo,
You must do sure.
Yeah,
that's,
you never
yeah,
know.
That's true. But then I don't know. We had to think about it, so we eventually changed it, and we don't have a Facebook page yet. Even though so many people are asking me, even my cousins are
And
telling
then
me.
Instagram. Do you have an Instagram?
Yeah.
Yeah, we need that. But I think we can say that we're like in the deal of being linked up with a record label, being signed with a record label. So it's kind of on hold. Still unsure. Nothing signed yet. But we were kind of waiting for that to start posting on social media and recording our own music. So
Yeah.
All
So
right.
exciting.
Exciting.
you guys.
Good luck with that.
Thank
Do you
you,
guys
thank
have
you.
anything else? Like, what would you say like the overall vibe of the event is going to feel?
With Harmony Unleashed, it's our focus was to show all the colors of rock because we noticed that rock is very diverse nowadays. Like,
yeah.
back then when you think of rock, you think of like the super intense, like loud
Yeah.
music.
Yeah.
But then now rock is so broad.
Yeah.
Like the idea of rock. So that's what we were trying to focus
Yeah.
on with like all our bands, all our artists. Yeah.
Hence the theme, Harmony Unleashed. So we're going to harmonize each and every
Yeah.
Right.
vibe.
Because I think rock is it's very broad. Like it's mixed with other
Yeah,
genres
yeah,
as well
yeah.
nowadays. So like, yeah, expect that.
Yeah.
Expect to enjoy Rock and Focus as well. And so yeah, that pretty much brings us to our end. And I just really look forward to what Rock and Focus has in store. If you haven't yet, go buy your tickets. There are Barkada bundles. Hanggang
Yep,
ilan?
yep.
Hanggang ilan yung Barkada bundles? Up to 8?
Eight.
to eight
Yeah.
people.
Up
To
to
8.
eight. Yeah.
Ayan. So look for 7 other friends, clubbers.
Yep.
Anyone who wants
Get
to
a
go
discount.
watch Rock and Focus. And with that being said, would you guys want to plug Rock and Focus or promote it before we do close?
Oh yes, please follow the Rock and Focus Facebook page and also the
Instagram.
at
At iec.rockandfocus.
Yep, there you go. For all of our newest releases.
And
yeah.
please purchase our merch. We have
Right.
a shirt and a cap that's
Yeah.
really awesome.
And the cap's nice. It's embroidered.
Yeah.
Ooh, there you go.
Tan and green, which is a very, very trending color scheme actually. Yeah. So, well, our shirt is white. It has the performers actually at the back. All of the names of the performers. And the Riff logo in front. It looks really nice, honestly. We will be posting the merch being worn by people soon. So,
All right.
stay tuned.
Stay
Follow,
tuned,
follow,
you
like and
guys.
follow.
There you
Follow our
go.
social medias. Yeah. Buy tickets.
Yeah.
Buy the merch, everything.
Yep.
Everything.
Just be
Help our
transparent.
beneficiaries.
Yeah.
There you
Yes.
go.
It's all for tulong as well.
Yeah.
All for a good cause. There we go. So, all right, that's it for this episode of the Extra Pod. Let's give ourselves a round of applause, everyone. Yeah, so on behalf of the entire team, I'd like to thank our guests, Medwin, Hans, and Patxi, for taking the time off to be with us here today. I know yung umbas natin walang pasok, aka actually me.
Yeah.
But we're here for the vibes of the pod. So thanks for taking time to be with us here today. So yun nga, we know you guys have lots of other priorities and hectic schedules, especially with the exam schedule coming up.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Good luck with that, everyone. So, having you guys here today is more than a blessing for us here in the Extra Pod, so thank you very much. And so, that's for all of you listeners. Enjoyed listening to this episode. Follow the Extra Pod, the most extra right now on Spotify. And don't forget to check out even more #extra fun content on our socials. The Extra TV on YouTube, and the Extragram and the Extra Talk on Instagram and TikTok. So once again, I'm Troy, your host. Stay tuned for more episodes because we have more in store for you guys. And as I said earlier, make sure to check out Rockin' Focus 2023 Harmony Unleashed on Facebook and Instagram. So you can find the link to their socials down below in the description. Tumuro talaga.
Down below.
Down below. Check it out. It's right there. So that's all for now. This has been the Extra Pod. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. And always remember to do the right thing.